There's two reasons why ads don't work. It's really the creative and copy, or it's the targeting. That's the bigger of the two things. You know, what you send traffic to is part of it, but if you can't get the right relevant traffic, it's never gonna do anything good for you. In a real world, media buyers should do media buy. They shouldn't create everything for you. They're not really programmed or designed to do that. You should be controlling your own ad creative and copy at some level. Are you guys familiar with Facebook ad copy? Do you know what that means when I say it? It's essentially when you're on the Facebook ad and you're on the, there's campaign, ad set, and ad, 3 different levels. When you're on the ad level, it's what images or videos you use, what headline you use, what description you use, what button language you use, and then what ad copy, which is the ad text above the image. And I'm gonna tell you the fastest way to get better. You ready? First of all, get away from lead forms. They weren't designed to help you. They are effective in some scenarios, but they're not the best thing ever, okay? So if we look at an ad right here, this is a news feed ad on mobile or desktop. Really, you have a picture of the profile. We have the profile name. Usually it says the word sponsored. You have some sort of text here, and we have either a video or an image, not side by side, okay? And we're not talking about carousels and all that crazy stuff, just news feed. You have a headline. You have a description. Sometimes this is missing. Sometimes this shows 2 lines. Sometimes it shows 1. Sometimes it shows 3. We're not getting all that stuff, right? And then usually if you have some sort of ad that wants them to take an action, you have a button. So let's talk about how to really optimize the simplest level here, right? A lot of times when ads don't work, it's because there's conflicting priorities. So I'll tell you what. You ever heard of long copy versus short copy, right? Long copy is this part here is longer, and they click read more or something and they read it all. That's really a segmentation type metric. It's something to make sure you're getting stronger click-throughs. It's something to help people see if this is relevant to them, right? But actually it hurts you more than it helps you in most situations. If you need quality over quantity, that's a lever you pull. Here's what happens when you do long text. These are some really great things, but they're not compatible, right? So they're not compatible with video. Because you just told the reader, you just told the viewer, the Facebook user, to either watch the video or long text. And all of a sudden you're giving them both. You're confusing people. If you're going to use a video, you use short text. Short text is only one reason it's there, and that's to help people catch their attention and to get them to do the thing you want them to do. Okay? So for video, this is what I see a lot of people do, and then they put this long paragraph and they have all these little emojis, and if you're this, like, do one or the other, because you're hurting yourself worse than you're helping yourself here, right? If I want them to watch the video, I'm literally going to have something like this. I'm going to make a statement that adds curiosity, like a curiosity bomb, to make them watch the video. The video and long text are both created to help get better clicks, people who are more relevant, people who have a hard time getting a lot of the bad people in, because you're probably bad at targeting. You're going to get a mechanism to only catch the people's attention you want to catch, okay? But video and short text go together like peas and carrots. Next, you got long text. Long text, I'm going to use an image most of the time because I don't want the viewer to have conflicting information. I don't want them to say, hey, read this and listen to this, and video, and there's also double click depth when you use video. You guys know what that means, click depth? Click depth?
So you got to touch it to get the sound, you got to touch it to make it,
Exactly, right? So what do you want this ad to do for you? That's one of the biggest things people don't understand. If I want to click, I want clicks to a lander page or a squeeze page or a VSL or whatever, often videos can do well there, but the click depth is 3 levels deep. Have you guys ever read Don't Make Me Think, the number one web design book in the world?
No.
Oh my goodness. Go read that, please. Go read that. Conversion optimization, UI design, the way that humans interact with computers, why websites are designed a certain way, why hyperlinks are underlined in blue, talk about real estate and design, talks about click depth. Like anyone who has a SaaS product or a marketing agency who builds websites, you should have already read that. Please, please, please go read that, right? But click depth can kill it. You can have all this click depth where it takes 3 clicks to get to the lander. So if I'm using an image, I'm going to try to get higher click-through rate. If I'm trying to send people to a landing page, I'm going to use an image because I have higher click-through rate, and there's only 1 click to get to the lander rather than 2 to 3 clicks depending on what the video is doing, right? So that's where it is. If I want to have a lot of clicks and I'm going for volume, and there's reasons why you would do that, I'm going to use short text plus an image because I don't want them reading too much. I'm just trying to get click-through. Why would a bigger company like mine do that for retargeting? All I'm trying to do is get more and more people in the pixel because I'm doing omnipresent retargeting driving traffic to my homepage, driving traffic, things like that, right? If I wanted to, it depends on what I want to do. That's a big part of it. If I want someone to fill out like a Facebook lead form, it's got 5 different steps. I'm segmenting them like crazy. And you're going to get fewer leads, but they're going to be more expensive and hopefully higher quality. Maybe I would use a video to make sure only the right people see it. And I would even tell them that's a little bit of a process. I'm using a lot stronger call to actions. I'm trying to make it more relevant to where they are in their journey right now. I'm probably doing it more benefit driven compared to if it's a lead magnet or it's a VSL or a webinar. What do I want to do? I want them to consume the content. So don't get in the way of them consuming the content. Make it with an image, shorter text, get more click-throughs, get more views, right? Someone says like cost per lead, right? You know, ad math, there's CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions. Next, there's what? Cost per click. Next, there's cost per lead. Next, there's cost per acquisition, right? It's a game of math. If your cost per 1,000 impressions is $120, then it's going to be very difficult to hit a very good cost per lead, right? So you need to fix it. Part of ads is understanding where to diagnose it, right? Why are my ads not working? Well, is your cost per 1,000 impressions is astronomical. We need to fix that. We need to know why. I'll give you an example, relevant example. Company's Dealmaker Wealth Society. Wealth is like an F word to Facebook. It's very bad. It's spammy. I took out the word wealth, my CPM cut in half. I just changed it to Carl Allen Dealmaker. As my Facebook page, my cost per acquisition, my cost per my 1,000 impressions, which is the top building block of all my ad math, changed dramatically. I was in the plastic surgery niche. Listen to this one. Anytime we had anything to do with a female anatomy parts or anything, we would have to literally do new types of Facebook pages, new Facebook page names just to lower the CPM. Sometimes we're screwed before we even begin, right? And we learn that there's certain words that trigger Facebook and CPM. So CPMs first, cost per click. How do you get cost per click down? Lower the click depth. Use an image versus a video. Depends on what you're trying to do. If you only want quality and you want fewer quantity of leads, then you're going to use maybe video or longer text, and maybe even have them want to read this. If you're trying to drive traffic to your Facebook group, it says contractor Facebook group, contractor owners only, no BS, and you have an arrow pointing to the button, you don't need long form copy. You just need an image. You don't need a video. You're just driving to a squeeze page that gets them to click the button and jump over to your Facebook page. Remember we were talking about that? Right? Because Facebook, for only 10% of users, actually gives you the ability to leverage Facebook groups in your ad platform. Only if you're like a preferred user, right? So there's all these different things. So a lot of times we say these suck, but you have the wrong game plan going into it. We have no idea what the objective is. The strategy that was chosen for you, because we don't know what we're doing, is actually making it harder to achieve what you're looking to achieve. So if you're doing lead magnets, that's a totally different thing. I'm just trying to get someone to download something. That's where Facebook lead forms are great. Because if I just want to get them to download something, I can actually have autofill, and I can get my cost per lead down to like $2, $3, $4. So that's great. But if I want sales leads, it's the worst option to use. Like, it's the worst. Right, so right? Shannon, I hopped into yours, right? And I don't have a lot of time, so I did what I could do for you, but I upgraded your ad quality, targeting, and your ad copy, and it made, I mean, literally 100% U-turn difference. That's the biggest levers. Most people, they have no clue what they're doing. Most Facebook marketers are full of shit. They have no clue what they're doing. But you know what? It's not their fault, it's your fault. Right? We have to have a mindset and a paradigm shift of holding the mirror up and saying, what could I have done differently to see a different result? So what I like to do as a business owner is we have control issues sometimes, right? So I say, if I can set myself up for success in a certain way, what if I not just hired an agency to go out and run ads and just leave it up to them to get results? What if I had somebody who's actually brilliant at creating relevant information to put in front of relevant audiences that is going to get them to respond? So that's what media buyers are really good at, tweaking the CPM, and a lot of times they're not full stack. So I have my ability, I tell my media buyers what to do. I don't let them do it for me. Sorry, so 2 things you could do is you can either get really good at that and understand ad copy and ad creative, or you can just understand the anatomy of a Facebook ad and how they work and how people interact with it.